What's good, y'all? My name is Yuki Murai. I'm an energy healer, transformational coach, and I help people like you transform your life from the inside out, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So tap in if that's what interests you. So today we're going to be talking about the autonomic nervous system and how it affects your consciousness, vibration, and energy. And as a result, how it affects every aspect of your life. So when you talk about the autonomic nervous system, you can call it the automatic nervous system. And it controls every unconscious and automatic function in the body. So physiologically speaking, it affects your circulation, your blood flow, the rate that your heart beats at, the rhythm of your breath, your digestion, elimination, assimilation, detoxification, your nerve firing, communication between your organs, cells, and tissues, the brain waves, and how quickly your brain is firing or slowly at any given moment. So you see, there's many other different functions, but you see how it controls every important function that keeps you living, breathing, and thriving at any given moment. So why is this important as far as transforming your life and making a change? Because the state of your nervous system has a direct correlation to your energy and your vibration and the electromagnetic field that you are broadcasting into your environment at any given time. So basically, the number one job of your brain and your nervous system is what? Is to keep you safe so that you can survive. If that basic need is not met, it gets into a protective state, a contracted and protective state. And what does that do? It has downstream effects physiologically and biologically on every cell, organ, and tissue, every system in the body. Right? Why is that important? So if you do not feel safe in your brain and your nervous system, consciously or unconsciously, you are going through life in a protective state, in a contracted protective state. And what does that do when you're in a contracted protective state? It shrinks your electromagnetic field, right? When our electromagnetic field is open, loving, receptive, it broadcasts up to 3 meters outside of your body, right? This is what people call their aura, right? Or their energy, or their vibe, right? So when you do not feel safe in your brain and your nervous system, you become protective, contracted, right? And you're in a defensive posture. And that contracts your field, therefore lowering your vibration as a result, right? And what that does is now you are not a receptor that is ready and able to receive whatever abundance, whatever relationship, whatever health outcome, right? Mentally or physically, because you are not the right receptor and antenna to be able to call that in, okay? I hope this is landing so far, but I'm gonna break it down for you, okay? So when your nervous system is regulated and you feel safe in your body and your brain and in your environment, your breath deepens, your heart opens, your posture changes, you speak in a more calm, collected, confident, and powerful state. Your voice projects instead of contracting and shrinking, right? Your posture is upright, confident, chest open, chin up, right? Every system in your body starts to go back to rest and digest instead of survival and protection. You return to parasympathetic instead of in a sympathetic tone in the nervous system. So basically going from fight or flight into rest and digest. And that affects every cell, organ, and tissue in your body, right? It affects your skin, affects your brain, affects your muscles, affects how every organ operates in the body. And all of that is leading to a higher vibrational frequency, right? Because if you're not healthy in mind and body, it's going to be very hard to attract the things that you like, whether it may be a relationship, good health, right? Healing from trauma, calling in more abundance, right? More prosperity, business opportunities, more relationships, intimate or platonic, right? So can you see when you connect the dots that the most important aspect of manifestation, creation, and building your dream life is the state of your nervous system? If you are not regulated and feel safe in your body and your environment, you are going to be broadcasting the signature of fear, lack, unworthiness, protection, right? And people, places, and things are only a reflection of your internal vibration inside. So whatever you're attracting in your outside world is a direct reflection of how you're thinking, feeling, and broadcasting in any given moment. So can you see how all the dots are connecting here? And by regulating your nervous system, building safety in your body, your brain, your environment, your perception of the world, is going to begin to help raise the frequency in your body and in your electromagnetic field. And now you become the vacuum, right? The vortex of whatever you're trying to create. So it starts with safety. It starts with regulation, right? And we could go into more and more finite details, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible for you. So I invite you to start implementing different practices that are aligned with you, that serve you, right? What makes you more calm? What makes you more peaceful? What makes you feel more grounded and connected throughout the day? It doesn't have to be anything monumental, right? You don't have to sit for 2 hours in a meditation on top of the Himalayan mountains, right? But what about, even as you're watching this video and consuming this content, just checking in. How are you sitting? How does the bottom of your feet feel on the surface beneath? How does your butt feel on the surface it's touching? How's your breath? Are you breathing shallow through the mouth, or are you breathing slow and deep through the nose? Are your shoulders tight? Are you clenching your jaw? Are you clenching your forehead? Do you have knots in your belly? To start observing, start checking in with the body, right? Start checking in with your physiology. And just by you checking in and doing that quick little body scan and checking in with the body, you're sending signals from your body up to your brain. Finally, he's back, she's back. And that creates an incredible signal of safety from the body to the brain. See how simple that is? And can we do that throughout the day? Can we pause little moments throughout the day? Even if you're busy working, you're never too busy for 30 seconds to just check in with yourself, right? How am I breathing? How am I holding my body? What's going on in my mind? What am I thinking? What am I feeling throughout the day, right? Paying attention to your thoughts and feelings, your posture and your breath is automatically starting to signal safety to the nervous system, okay? Can we be more present while we're interacting with our environment, right? Can we be present with the people in our life? Can we shift our focus back to the present moment when we start ruminating about the past or worrying about the future? Is that a possibility? Can we sit for even 5 minutes at the beginning or end of our day and just check in with our breath, deep in our breath, check in with the body? Can we notice a couple things that we're grateful for in the moment? Doesn't have to be extravagant, right? I'm grateful for these clothes. I'm grateful for the ability to intellectualize my thoughts and then broadcast it out of my throat box into this device named the iPhone that was created just for us to connect right here in this moment, no matter where you are across the world. How trippy is that? I'm grateful for that, right? I'm grateful for the ability to wake up and breathe. I'm grateful for the ability to just be here, right? I'm grateful for you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Little things like that, right? So checking in with your posture, your breath, the thoughts going through your mind. What are you feeling in your body, right? Scanning the body without judgment to observe what's going on in your somatic awareness, right? Pausing throughout the day and shifting your attention from everything that's going wrong in your environment to a couple things that you can be grateful for, right? How about being present while you eat? Being present with the food in front of you. Instead of scrolling through Instagram and just shoveling the food down your mouth and thinking about the next task that you need to do. Can we be present for that 10 minutes in the meal? To just be grateful for the food in front of you. To breathe so that blood can go down to your digestive system and you could actually assimilate the food that you're eating. You see how all of these are nothing astronomical or nothing you probably never even heard of, right? But the hard part is implementing it, being conscious enough to implement it throughout our day, even in our busy, chaotic world and life, right? There's a big difference between thinking and knowing, right? There's a difference between speaking and acting, okay? And there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Wisdom comes from the knowledge marrying the action and then landing in your body as a result of your own experience by implementing the action. And the wisdom is the gift as a result of you taking the action and learning from it, okay? Not too crazy, not too astronomical, right? Definitely doable. Another thing you can do, journaling. Writing down how you're thinking and feeling. Writing down a list of gratitude, right? What am I grateful for? What am I thinking and feeling? If I become frustrated and triggered, what was that all about? Can we write about that? Without festering in it, without letting it consume you, without overanalyzing it, just get it out on pen to paper. There's been many incredible studies that when you write how you're thinking and feeling, whatever triggers you, you begin to shuttle blood from your limbic system, which is the emotional part of the brain, the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, back to the prefrontal cortex, which is the rational thinking part of the brain, right? So now you're able to think clearly. You're processing the emotion without letting it consume you, right? Very productive, very simple, yet so little practiced, right? We get so caught up in our busy lives, chaotic, busy lives, right? And we forget to do these little practices, right? To regulate, to feed our soul and come back to balance. None of these are too hard to do. But the question is, do we love ourselves enough to take responsibility for our state of being at any given moment? To take responsibility for the energy that we're carrying and projecting out to every person, place, or thing throughout the day and everything that we do? Are we taking responsibility of the state of our nervous system, right? Are we taking responsibility of how we think, how we feel? This is a very courageous, very humbling, but the most rewarding thing that you can ever do for yourself. And as a result of these small daily practices practiced over time, consistently, right? Without perfectionism, without beating yourself up if you skipped a day, doing the best you can throughout the day to come back to awareness and presence. And this creates massive safety in the brain and the nervous system. And over time, you're shifting the nervous system from fight or flight, survival, protection, back to rest and digest, parasympathetic, connection, safety, and presence. And all this results in the increase of your frequency, opening of the heart, slowing down of the brain waves in the brain so that you can think clearly, and now you can receive whatever abundance and love God, source, universe is trying to bestow upon you. I hope all this is landing. I hope I was able to break it down in detail, but not too complex so that it's not too overwhelming for you. Because my goal for this video and for you, and my prayer is that you can take 1, 2, 3, even just one thing that you learned and start implementing it into your daily life. And start becoming aware of the state of being that you're in, the state of your nervous system. Am I in protection and survival, or am I in thriving and connection? Am I perceiving the world as safe, friendly, and supportive, or combative, competitive, and unsafe? This is the number one key to manifesting and calling in everything that you desire, whether it may be better health, mentally or physically, platonic and intimate relationships, man or woman, right? Your soulmate, financial abundance, opportunities in business, opportunities that come out of nowhere. And when you regulate the nervous system and broadcast an open, loving, expansive electromagnetic field around your body, now you become the vortex of creation. Synchronicities start happening. Opportunities start coming out of nowhere. Your body starts healing rapidly. Your mind clears. The brain fog goes away. The chronic pain that you had for years, and slowly starts to go away. And one day you wake up and you feel like your old self again. That childlike innocence comes back, right? That powerful, sovereign, authentic, incredible human being that you are, that you once had. That familiar yet unfamiliar feeling comes back, right? Now, God can touch you. Source can touch you. Now you're a channel to where you can receive that love and abundance. You come back to your true self, right? Higher self. And then your soul merges with your ego. Your body merges with your mind. And now you are living in your highest timeline. As a result of you doing the little practices and work throughout the day, none of it which was astronomical, right? Or too out there. Just little things that you can implement throughout the day. that make a radical shift in your state of being. And your state of being equals the state of your life, externally and internally. So in order for you to change your life, it starts by changing your thoughts, feelings, and your state of being. And that's where it begins, brothers and sisters. Okay? So I hope this helps. I hope this lands, and I pray that this supports you on your journey to whatever outcome, whatever vision, whatever purpose that most fulfills your heart and soul. If you have any questions, comment it down below. I leave my email in the description. So if you want to reach out, feel free to reach out. You can DM me on Instagram or email me in the description below if you want to go deeper on this work, if you want a one-on-one session, and if you're looking for true transformation in mind, body, soul. If you're going through a health condition, if you're struggling mentally, if you're feeling stuck in your career, business, in your relationships, this work is for everybody. And I'm here to support. And I'm here to awaken your true potential. So reach out, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if this video resonates and helps, and any other topics that you are struggling with that you'd like me to talk about in the future. Peace and love. Till next time. One love.